Hi, this is Gabriel's philosophy, or the philosophy of Gabriel. Things that you always wondered about but were afraid to ask. It's the second segment. The date is October 17th, 2014, about 3 a.m. in the morning. Segment 2. The last show, I think it went off pretty good. I noticed that I should not be looking at myself while I record it, because I get stage fright. Can you imagine just getting stage fright when you're the only one in the room? But hopefully some people will see this, you know. Hopefully I'll gain an audience, you know. This is where we left off. The topics that we'll be having from time to time, and I hope I get a lot of input from people that watch this. I hope somebody watches it. We'll be having guests, and we'll be doing the feed sometimes for information and topics. I guess the internet, endless topics. Did you ever wonder, like, how the heck did we live without the internet? I know I used to go to the library all the time. I always had about 4 or 5 library cards, 4 or 5 different towns. And that was like the only place you could get information. And the news, which at the time was only local news. You didn't get national news but a half hour a day, remember? And a newspaper. That's it. So, but now, like, okay, remember back then, before the internet, let's take the 70s, you know. Let's say you wanted to see all the pictures of your favorite TV star, from recent all the way back to there was a baby. There's no way you could get that information or find that stuff. Just no way back then. Say you wanted their photography, the history of everything they did on television and movies. No, there's no way you could have found it. No. All right. This is one of the topics I'll be bringing up on the show. What if the Roman Empire had not collapsed in the 5th century, and they just evolved into a benevolent society? You know, got rid of slavery, had the vote and all that, and kept the Catholic Church in check. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Catholic Church, but in their history, they were kind of naughty and did some bad things, right? Like burning at the stake, accusing people of being witches. I mean, there was some segments in there, and they know that. They admitted that a bunch of times. Yeah, there's people now that are saints that were considered enemies at one time, like Joan of Arc. She became a saint, if I'm not incorrect, about 5 years ago. Okay, yeah, and this means if the Roman Empire became a benevolent empire, you know, voting and all that, getting rid of slavery and all that, and kept the Catholic Church in check, and this way the Dark Ages wouldn't have been so bad for 1,000 years. That means if the Dark Ages didn't happen, about a 1,000-year period from about 500 BC to about 1500 BC. No, not BC, AD. From about 500 AD to 15 AD. Imagine if that didn't happen in the Dark Ages, we'd be 1,000 years further in technology. And the Industrial Revolution would have had to be done, you know, in the 5th century rather than the 15th century, you know. And what a different world it would be. Another thing I always wonder about. See, I don't know. Do you people wonder about this stuff? Let me see how much time we got left here. You always try to keep it under. Yeah, we got lots of time. Always try to keep it under 15 minutes a segment. What was I just talking about? My memory's horrible. Well, I'm sure we'll think of it again. Alright, oh, I told you about, let's see, I'll be putting funny things in these segments once in a while. We'll see if the people watching this will catch it, you know, from time to time. Yeah, we'll be getting information off the feed. Probably endless topics. Let's see what they got here. Oh, current events. We'll be doing current events. Yeah, you can always get stuff on current events. I see Vice President Biden, his son got kicked out of the military for doing cocaine. I bet you that'll be a big embarrassment. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I think that's it. I hope there ain't too many, like, not saying nothing pauses on there. But, like I said, it's only the second segment of a brand new show, and it's the first time I ever did a show. And I think it'll be neat to have guests. I mean, the guests can be on there for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as they want, you know. And we'll go into more detail on all these subjects, you know. And I hope you like it. I hope it gets better from episode to episode or segment to segment. Yeah, send me in suggestions for the name. The first part of the name will be a philosophy of Gabriel. Everything you ever thought about, but we're afraid to ask. And stuff like, this just is not right. Like, I have like 3 or 4 things that's wrong with society, and I'm just like amazed nobody notices. We'll get into that. Oh, by the way, always remember to rewind your DVD before you send it back to the rental place, because they don't rewind it, and then they send it to us, and it's not rewound. Okay? All right. I think that's it for today. We'll have another segment for you in a couple days, and let me know how you thought segment 1 and segment 2 were of the philosophy of Gabriel. Everything you always wondered about, but were afraid to ask. And let's get some suggestions from everybody out there to see what the rest of the title should be. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.